Hey guys, good old-fashioned cola. It's been a long time. Been a really long time, actually. I mean, not so long. I've taken longer breaks than that. But the only reason I took a gigantic break from recording this game, I keep saying gigantic when it wasn't. Like the last time I recorded, I think, was like the first week of June, and now it's like, I think it's the final week. Yeah, it's the final week of June. So really, I took June off because I really felt like nothing new was going on, so what's there to talk about? I'm assuming there's probably going to be not leaves, but weeds, rather, and I don't think anybody moved out, actually, which is awesome. And of course, it's 1:35 in the morning. Usually, I keep thinking I don't stay up this late, but recently I have started to stay up later and later, which is weird. Natty shirt, as in like natural ice. Come on, Animal Crossing. That's a shit beer and you know it. I don't even like beer. Pretty much all beer is shit to me. I'm a hard liquor dude. But now there's a lot more to talk about. One of the things, I'll just start off with this. I'm dangerously close to getting Rocksmith to record. Like it's almost there. I just was like doing a bunch of test recordings. Fireworks Festival, July 4th. I may or may not be here for that, but I will try to record it anyways, because I'm going to Pittsburgh, I think, maybe, possibly. I wasn't really on the fence about it, because I don't know if anybody else feels like this before I get sidetracked with all that other shit that I have to talk about. I get nervous before I go to any concert. Doesn't matter if I've seen the band before, if I know it's going to be fun, anything. Like, I'm like on the verge of a panic attack anytime I have to go to a concert. I don't know why, because I know I'm gonna have fun, but I just get so fucking nervous. So going to a different state and a different city twice in 1 week is really stressing me out. And hotels are fucking outrageous. So me and Andrew decided that we're just gonna drive there and then just rough it out and drive all the way back to Cleveland and then go and stay with our families on the 4th and then go back out if he wants to come with me and see Modest Mouse. That's an if, because Andrew doesn't really know Modest Mouse, at least I don't think. Do you know Modest Mouse, Andrew? I mean, you probably know like Float On, that's probably it. I love Modest Mouse. Like, I would fucking drive to the edge of the earth to see them. At least once. Same with The Cure, but The Cure came anywhere close to me. I would kick a puppy to see The Cure. That's gonna be the title of this episode. I would kick a puppy to see The Cure. I would kick a puppy to see Robert Smith's hair live. Love me some Robert Smith hair. Hey, a fucking firefly. Or multiple fireflies. Have we caught one of them? I'd like to make myself believe that, yeah, we have caught one. That's a nice reference for anybody. That was a fucking middle schooler in the not early 2000s, the late 2000s. Well, you don't have to be in fucking middle school. I'm just assuming that if you had a MySpace or listened to like the fucking radio, then you have heard Fireflies by Owl City. But yeah, the shit that I have to talk about. Dangerously close to getting Rocksmith to work with OBS. It's something with the sound won't work, so it's like crashing OBS. I'll figure that out eventually. I've just been very lazy on getting that to work. One of the other things that happened, I saw a couple bands while I was away. I saw Cage the Elephant that first week. I think it was like a couple days after I recorded just this past episode. And oh my god, Cage the Elephant puts on a motherfucking show. Like, the first two bands were like, okay, I mean, Twin Peaks was okay, Portugal the Man was okay, and then Cage the Elephant came on and everybody was freaking out. Like, there was a tiny little, like, I don't want to say 10-person mosh going, but like, it was not that big of a pit going on. I was a part of it. It was great. And then I went and saw Pierce the Veil at the House of Blues. And Pierce the Veil put on a really fucking good show too. I wish they would have played more old songs, like they would have extended the set more. But they just went through Misadventures, and then they played Bulls in the Bronx. Did they play? Yeah, they played Bulls in the Bronx and King for a Day, I think, were the two old songs they played. Would have liked to at least hear like Hell Above, Match into Water. I don't really like, I mean, I like their older albums, but like pretty much Collide with the Sky is like my go-to Pierce the Veil album. Like, I fucking adore that album. Holy shit, Arapaima. And I got a new bass, so it's a really fancy Fender, and I love it so much. Heyo. Oh, fucking giant catfish. Did we catch one of those before? I don't remember. If we didn't catch one before, we caught one now. We need an arowana and pop-eyed goldfish, and what was the other thing? The other thing was another shitty fucking fish that we probably won't ever catch. Ugh. And there was a couple more things that I wanted to talk about, and I don't really remember what it was. Oh, I got Kanye West tickets. That's another thing. Kanye West is coming and playing the Q. Oh my fucking god, the Q. The Cavaliers, guys. The motherfucking Cleveland Cavaliers. Fuck Steph Curry. That's all I gotta say. That's not all I gotta say. I'm so fucking proud of my city. 9 times out of 10, if you asked me, Gabe, how the fuck do you feel about your city? You would hear me say, no good bands come here. Fucking, the river catches on fire. It doesn't really. It caught on fire once. Okay, guys? Just all this, like, negative stuff. Like, but that's, nobody really likes their hometown. Everybody's all, oh, my fucking hometown's terrible. My home state is awful. But when you win a fucking national championship for the first time in 52 years, there's a sense of pride that, like, comes out from deep within inside you, and you're like, we fucking did it. And we did it against the fucking 73 and 9 Golden State Warriors with the unanimous MVP, Steph Curry. The only thing that was unanimous, I'm not even going to try to make a joke there. I was going to be like, the only thing that was unanimous there was the fucking 3-1 deficit that we were down by and came all the way back from. But that didn't make any sense. So I have to get my, like, recording legs back. It's been a very long time. I want to wake everybody up, but, like, it's very Animal Crossing cutesy to have them standing and sleeping. I don't know. I like it. Oop, there's another dig spot. Was that all I had to talk about? Because I feel like there was definitely more that I had to talk about. Who else do I have tickets to see? Or who else have I seen recently? Covered the bass, covered the Cavs, which, my god, am I still hyped for. Pretty much, I think that's it. Like, see, this is why I quit recording, because I don't really have anything to talk about, and then I'm not interesting, and then no one will watch my videos, guys. Oh, no. The other day, I want to say it was the 21st, was the 5-year anniversary for this channel. And also, around that time, we hit 200 subscribers. So, thank you, everybody. I never do, like, subscriber specials because I'm always lazy and I never get around to doing anything, so doing a special video, Jesus, that would, like, be totally against my style of not doing anything and just blowing everything off. But you do have my gratitude, and isn't that better than, like, any specially made video to just say thank you? Isn't my gratitude good enough for you? I do enjoy doing this. I mean, I do think that sometimes I make myself look like an ass. But then again, when do I not make myself look like an ass? I just noticed that Fang is awake. What are you doing? Let's see how long it's been. Is he gonna say, like, it's been 24 months? It hasn't really been 24 months. It's been like 3 weeks. Why don't we have a music hall? I doubt any of the other villages around here has one either. I feel like I just read that wrong. I don't know. Like I said, I gotta get my recording legs back. The last time I recorded was Outlast with Jarrett. We did do some of the DLC, which I have to highly edit because it's just us doing nothing but screaming. So I will edit that around and make it kind of like a Kraken-ish type thing, where it's just like kind of like a clip show of like the funniest moments between him and his buddies. But then again, that's another one of those things where I say I'm gonna do it, but it probably won't get done for quite some time. I do have the day off tomorrow, and then I don't go into work until 5 on Monday, so maybe I could at least get started on it a little bit. I don't really know the first thing about like editing like that. Usually my meaning of editing is either like throwing one thing in that just complements what I'm saying on screen, or like when we found the 4 shirt, when I threw in the Ron Paul gif. Or when me and Andrew were playing Pokemon and I threw up fucking Top Kecleon, which I still find so funny. But like highly editing something would be quite the chore for me, and I just like doing as little work as possible. I'm that guy that like totally half-asses his job and just takes his paycheck and goes, well, I did it, I think. If that makes any sense whatsoever. Why am I not surprised that there's cockroaches in here? But I'm thinking probably next week I'm gonna get my passport and then start planning for Japan. And when I do go to Japan, would you guys be interested in like vlogs? I tried to do vlogs when I was a younger kid. They're very cringeworthy, and I won't tell you how to find them because they're very easy to find. Just you have to know where to look. I think there's actually one on this channel, but I might have made it private. It was when Ryan Dunn died from Jackass. I was very sad. I do love me some Ryan Dunn, and I love me some Jackass and the whole CKY crew. Come over here, giant catfish. So pretty much we're gonna have Bank when I boot this game back up next, which don't really know when. I guess tomorrow, because like I said, I have the day off. I could just make this like one really long return episode. You're the wrong goldfish, dude. I don't know when this became night fishing, the episode, but the NBA draft, I could talk about that, but I mean, there was really no like, oh, moment. Oh, Derrick Rose getting traded to the Knicks. That's a big thing. Any basketball fan knows. I mean, like, it's gonna be weird having Chicago with no D Rose. I mean, whether he played at all or not, at least he was still like the name on the roster. He was still number 1, figuratively and literally on his jersey. And now he's on the New York Knicks with Carmelo Anthony and Kristaps Porzingis. So, I mean, New York likes to believe they have not a top 3, but a big 3. But I beg to differ. I would love to see Derrick Rose go there and just completely turn his career around and just start being like the MVP that he was from a couple seasons back. But I know that, what's that fucking, what is it, what's the Shawshank line? I wish I could tell you that Andy fought the good fight. Or from Family Guy, I wish I could tell you the Monopoly man fought the good fight. And the sisters let him be. But basketball is no fairy tale world. But Carmelo's getting up there in age. Really, Kristaps Porzingis. Call this bias because I fucking love him. Game-wise. I love me some stretch fours that can fucking dunk on people. Kristaps Porzingis can pretty much do it all. In terms of... Ah, fuck. That looked like a decent fish. In terms of scoring and defense, he's actually really good on defense, too. I might... After this is... After I'm done recording, I might have to go and watch some Kristaps Porzingis putbacks. Because those... Like, I had no idea he was going to be good. Like, I looked at my time hop the other day. I've just been rambling, haven't I? It's been a long time. I'm just trying to get all this out now. Guys, I have so much to tell you. I went and looked at my time hop the other day, and it was all the draft tweets that I had last year. And half of them were just me making fun of New York for picking Kristaps, and I'm like, how fucking wrong was I? I was like, I'm sorry, New York. You just wasted the number 4 pick. Nah. Far from. I was fucking wrong. I was wrong, and so were half of New York's fans that booed and cried and pissed and moaned when they picked Kristaps. And then that first putback that he put down, everyone was like, oh, shit. Maybe we were right. Phil Jackson? Thank you, I think. But pretty much, I'm going to be done rambling here, and I do have to wake up tomorrow because I'm out of almond milk, and I meant to do it, but I was so busy, like, planning out the Pittsburgh trip tonight that I didn't really get to go to the store. But pretty much, if I'm going to record tomorrow, I'm going to need coffee. And if I'm gonna need, or if I'm gonna have coffee, then I'm gonna need to have me some fucking almond milk. So I have to go to bed at a reasonable time, and it's 2 o'clock in the morning, and that's not a reasonable time. So I probably won't wake up until like 11, which sucks. So I want to wake up earlier than that. You only get so many days off from work, guys. Don't sleep in. Even if that's what you want to do, don't sleep in. I just slept all day yesterday. Like, I fell asleep at like 5 and woke up at like 9:30, so my sleeping schedule's still a little bit wonky. But anyways, I'm Good Old Fashioned Cola. It's good to be back. My throat actually hurts from talking so much because I'm not used to just blabbering on like this. This is probably a Barblesteed, and I'm gonna go for it anyways. Or just let it go, that's fine. But anyways, I'll join you guys back here tomorrow if I have coffee. If not, I'll probably be having a fucking terrible withdrawal headache and dying and wanting to drive to Dunkin' Donuts to get a nice coffee. But I won't be doing that until like 1 o'clock in the afternoon because, oh my god, guys, the line at Dunkin' Donuts, at least around here, I don't know if it varies from different locations, but the Dunkin' Donuts is, if that... is that the plural for donuts? I don't know. I'm fucking tired and I'm rambling and I'm just done. Rocksmith didn't want to record, but I figured I should record at least 1 episode of Animal Crossing or something. But now I'm actually fucking finished. I'm Good Old Fashioned Cola, and I will see you guys back here tomorrow. Ah, catfish, bastard.